Cam Ward Week 9 film breakdown. Unfortunately, had to miss last week, which I actually thought was probably his best game of the season. But we are back looking at all of his key dropbacks against LA. This was a bit of a rough performance, especially compared to last week. Still some positive stuff to build on, but some other areas of his game that still aren't at the level you want them to be halfway through his rookie year. So we start off with a bootleg. Ward gets immediate pressure from Khalil Mack, so he has to cut off his path. This is a great job eluding the pressure in open space, extending the play, finds Manor breaking open to the sideline, but he drops it, which is becoming a consistent theme with Manor. On to the second drive. This is a really nice backside dig from Cam Ward. He reads out the snag concept on the right side, but the Chargers are overloading that side of the field with coverage defenders. Good job staying calm in the pocket, getting to his backside read, finding Van Jefferson. Now, Ward continued to target the middle of the field throughout the game. He wasn't able to complete any of those passes. A few of the incompletions later in the game were on him. This one I actually think is on Manor and is a really good play from Ward's perspective. It's 3rd and 8. The X gets blanketed at the bottom of the screen. As the pocket's kind of caving in, he sees this window to hit Manor on the dig. He really has to throw with anticipation here. Honestly, gets the ball out a bit too early than you would want to relative to the receiver's break, but that's what he had to do based on the pressure. I think he was expecting Manor to cut this route off about 2 yards shorter. Once he stacks the corner, he keeps trying to press vertically when he needs to just cut his route off. And if you watch the route in its entirety, it's just way too long developing for 3rd and medium. This play is a great read, but a terrible throw. If you just cut off the play before you see where the ball ended up, you'd think it was an outstanding play, but Ward continues to have these weird misses where the ball just slips out of his hand. Sometimes that leads to an inaccurate throw. Sometimes he throws the ball backwards when he's trying to get rid of it. I don't know if he needs to start wearing a glove on his throwing hand or something, but it's got to get fixed heading into next year. So Ward likes to target the middle of the field. He's targeted it more aggressively over the back half of the season, and that's good because it's the region of the field that I think you can most effectively attack in the NFL. But when you start to put on tape how much you love to find the backside dig, linebackers are going to start seeing that and try to rob it. And if you aren't doing enough with your eyes to manipulate the linebackers and widen out those passing lanes into zone coverage, you're going to throw a lot of interceptions. Ward glances to the right side of the field initially, but he doesn't do enough to force Denzel Perryman to commit to that side of the hashes. He's just trusting this backside dig is going to be uncontested, leads him right into the throw. And then another one here where, again, I like parts of the process, but he just doesn't do enough with his eyes to hold Dian Henley out of this passing lane. Here's another play where you see his lack of grip and control of the ball. Kevin Zeitler gets dusted by this spin move. Ward tries to flip it to Tyjae Spears, but the ball teleports to JC Latham. Lucky bounce there. This is the kind of play that could just as easily end up as a pick six, depending on who catches it. Great throw here on 3rd and 7. They've got a crazy coverage rotation with Derwin James bailing from the line of scrimmage into the deep middle. Terrible job by the underneath defenders to fill in the vacated responsibilities, so Elikai Manor is wide open on this deep over. I like some of the play extension stuff that Cam Ward showed later in the game. This is an incredible throw and catch to Gunnar Helm. Great route as well on Derwin James. He doesn't have overwhelming long speed or explosiveness, but he is a very fluid route runner. And the next play here, again, you see his ability to escape, create out of structure, finds Tony Pollard on a scramble drill. Ward's rookie season has obviously not been perfect, but I think one positive development is that you can tell he is committed to hanging in the pocket, working within structure. He uses the out of structure creativity as kind of an add-on to his game as opposed to a crutch that's preventing him from operating the offense. And then final play is another weird miss, which is becoming less and less weird. It's an awkward arm angle because he's trying to throw it around this defender, but skips it at DK's feet.